Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, and in this video we are going to learn how do you actually look at the time in French. Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prim or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And we are going to learn how do you actually tell the time in French. And the question that you ask for that is, quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? Il faut répéter. Quelle heure est-il? So in French, you do not actually pronounce the letter H. It's always silent. So you say, quelle heure est-il? Or you can also say, il est quelle heure? So it's just like English. You can also say, what time is it? But you can also say, it is what time? Yeah? So, quelle heure est-il? Or, il est quelle heure? Now, in English, if I ask you, what time is it? It will always and always begin with it is. Like, for example, it is 1 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock. So, it always begins with it is. And that is why in French also, it always begins with il est. Il est. But là, c'est le verbe être. It is the verb être, so it will always begin with il est. It is. Okay? And then we are going to see how do you say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So, watching time in French or telling time, I would say, telling time in French can be a little tedious, a little complex. So that is why I have divided this video into two parts. This is the first part of the video, and later on we'll look at the second part of the video. So I'm beginning with something which is very simple, and then we'll move on to complex things. But before telling the time, you should know the counting in French from 1 to 60. Because in an hour there are 60 minutes, so you should know the counting from 1 to 60 at least. If you do not know that, I'm dropping the link in the card above. Just watch that video once. Learn the counting from 1 to 60 and then come back here again. So let's start with our video. Now here I've written the complete time, as in how do you say it is 1 o'clock, it is 2 o'clock, it is 3 o'clock, it is 4 o'clock. Yeah. So let's begin with it is 1 o'clock. Il est. Now how do you say 1? So 1 in French is un. That's un. So il est un heure. No, il est une heure. Why did I say une? Because heure, the word heure is féminin. Also, it would not take an S because you say 1 hour. It's singular. It's not plural. However, in rest of the cases, if you see, there's always an S because all of them are plural. You say 2 hours or you say 3 hours. So in French, you say it is 1 hour. You don't say it is 1 o'clock. So there's no translation for saying o'clock. So you say il est une heure. Now just grab a notebook, grab a pen because we are going to, write the timings. Let's see, 2 o'clock. So for 2 you say deux. So it would be il est 2 heures. Il est 2 heures. By liaison, deux ends with a consonant and that's X, and then H doesn't have any sound. So the following one is which is a vowel, so it takes the sound. So you say il est 2 heures. 2 heures. How do you say it's 3 o'clock? And see, heure has an S here. Okay. However, it is not pronounced. It is 3 o'clock. So you say il est 3 heures. 3 heures. Again, liaison. Il est 3 heures.
4 o'clock. Il est 4 heures. Il est 4 heures. Il est 4 heures. 5 o'clock. Il est 5 heures. Il est 5 heures. 5. And that is why counting is really important. Then next, it is 6 o'clock. You say, il est 6 heures. Il est 6 heures. Again, that is liaison. Il est 6 heures. Il est 7 heures. 7. It is, we don't pronounce P. Il est 7 heures. 7 heures. Il est, now 8 o'clock. Il est 8 heures. Il est 8 heures. 8 heures. Il est 9? No. So now the liaison rule says that if after F you have a vowel, then the sound of F changes into V. So it is not il est 9 heures. You say il est 9 heures. 9 heures. Imagine. It is like this. We don't write it like this, but I'm just telling you for the sound. You say il est 9 heures. 9 heures. Okay, now how do you say 10 o'clock? So you say il est, for 10 you say il est 10. Il est 10 heures. And that becomes confusing for a lot of students because how do you say it is 2 o'clock? For 2 o'clock you say il est 2 heures. 2. Il est 2 heures. However, for 10 o'clock you say il est 10 heures. Il est 2 heures. Il est 10 heures. Okay? Now, for 11 o'clock you say il est 11 heures. Il est 11 heures. 11 heures. Now for 12 o'clock you have two options. If that 12 o'clock is of midday, that means you say it is noon. So in French you say il est midi. Il est midi. Do not put heure after that. It's just like you say in English, you don't say it is noon o'clock. So you don't say il est midi heure. You say il est midi. And if that is of midnight, 12 o'clock of midnight, then you say il est minuit. Il est minuit. Il est midi, noon. Il est minuit, midnight. Now we'll move on to something little complex. So if you see actually the clock is divided into two. It's actually a circle. So in today's video, we are going to learn the half of it. So that means from 0 to 30 minutes we are going to learn today. That means in the first part of the video. And in the second part of the video, that means in the next video, we are going to learn from 30 to again 0. So now, the half of the clock I have written over here. Because now you know how do you say the simple ones, like for example 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, those are the simple ones. Now we are going to learn how do you say it is 8:05, it is 8:10, it is 8:15, how do you say that? Now it is 8:05. How do you say that? Il est 8 heures. So till here it is same, it is 8 o'clock. And then how many minutes? 5. So you say il est 8h05. Il est 8h05. Attention, you don't say 5 minutes. You don't say 5 minutes. So the word minutes you don't say while telling the time. So you say il est 8h05. Let's say if it would have been it is 10:05. Then it would have been il est 10h05. Okay? Now 8:10. It would be il est 8h10. Il est 8h10. Next, 8:15. So 15, and that is why I told you that you watch the video for the counting from at least from 0 to 60, so that it would help you out over here while telling the minutes. Now 8:15. So that's il est 8h. How do you say 15? That's 15. Il est 8h15. Il est 8h15. Now for saying this, you have two ways of saying in English and even in French. In English you say either it is 8:15, but you can also say it is 8:15. So quarter, because it's a circle. If you divide it into 4, So 15 is 1/4. So you say it is 8:15. In French, what is the way for saying that? You say il est 8h15. Now here this is important. Et, which you do not write otherwise. Il est 8h05, il est 8h10, il est 8h15. You don't write A over there. But here you write. Il est 8h15. Quart. Now what's quart? Quart is a quarter. So that means it literally means it is 8 o'clock and quarter. Yeah. So and we have told to plus because we need to add 1/4 to 8 o'clock. So you say il est 8h15. Imagine that you have to say it is 10:15. So you can say il est 10h15. But you can also say il est 10h15. Très bien. Now, how do you say it is 8:20? So for that you have il est 8h20. So if you actually observe the pattern, it is same. Il est 8h05, il est 8h10, il est 8h15, il est 8h20. On continue avec 8:25. Il est 8h25. Il est 8h25. Next, it's 8:30. Il est 8h. How do you say 30? That's 30. Il est 8h30. Now, even for this, you have two ways of saying in English. Because here your half cycle completes. So either you say it is 8:30, but you can also say it is 8:30 because half of your cycle is done. So you say il est 8h30. Demi. So demi means half. Il est 8h30. Imagine if you want to say it is 7:30. So you can say il est 7h. Il est 7h30. But you can also say il est 7h30. Here as well the word A is important. Now we are going to play a game and you have to grab a notebook, grab a pen, and I'm going to tell you different timings which you will be writing in French and we are going to correct it together. Okay? Now let's start with it is 7 o'clock. How do you say it is 7 o'clock in French? Allez, réfléchissez. You can even pause the video and just write it. Il est 7. Il est 7 heures. Très bien. Il est 7 heures. Heure avec S. Ok? Now, it is 5:10. Allez. Il est Il est 5h10. Il est 5h10. 4:25. You need to write 4:25. Allez, allez. Il est Il est 4h25. 4h25. 4 o'clock and then 25. Il est 4h25. Now, you need to write 10:15. 10:15. Il est Il est 10h15. 10h15. But now, I told you that for 15 and for 30, you have two ways of saying. You can either say it is 10:15, but you can also say it is 10:15. So, il est 10h15, but you can also say il est 10h15. Bah, très bien. Et quart and quarter. 9:05. Il est Il est 9h. 9h15. Imagine. Ah. Il est 9h15. You remember I told you that after F you have a vowel, so the sound of F changes into V. So you say il est 9h05. Now, how do you say it is 6:20? You say il est il est 6h20. Très bien. 3:30. You say il est il est 3h30. Again, you have two ways of saying, that is, it is 3:30, but you can also say it is 3:30. So for that you say il est il est 3h et demi. Il est 3h30 or il est 3h30. If you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for daily updates and reminders, do not forget to hit the bell icon. And I'll see you very soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir, à bientôt et bisous bisous.